today's video, today's Wednesday live video here on Facebook is kind of a love letter, and I'll tell you why. It's about allowing yourself and parts of your life to be messy, especially when you are in the process of healing or starting a new healing process. And isn't that all of us, right? Like, it includes all of us. If you're not actively trying a new healing practice or process, you are probably in process of healing from something or transitioning out of one place and into another. And I was trying to think of, the best kinds of advice or the tools that I can offer you. And I was coming up short because I'm in the same place. I'm in the same practice of allowing myself to be messy, allowing myself to accept the parts of me that are rough around the edges. And this is inspired by someone in my private community, which I hope that you'll join by clicking the first link in the video description. And also, if you know anyone that could use this message, a woman in your life, a man in your life, a mom in your life who's just like struggling to hold it together and thinking she has to do or he has to do everything and feeling maybe a little bit of shame about one part of their life or somewhere that they're falling short, just please hit the share button and share this with them. Please, 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 or just tag them in the comments below. Because I'm about to share some real life experience. So this was inspired by someone in my private community who shared a picture of her van that she said was very messy. And I'm going to give that to her, but it's nothing in comparison to my car. And she felt a lot of shame about it because she was like hoarding all this stuff in her van and things were falling out when she was dropping her kid off from school. And it was just a part of her life that felt like it was falling apart. And my initial response was to think about a part of my life that's really messy, which is my car. And I shared a not so funny, kind of gross story about how I spilled a green smoothie, an entire green smoothie on the passenger side seat about 2 years ago. I was on the way to somewhere and I was feeling really stressed out and I was not having a good day in general. So I took my dog towel from the back of the car and just threw it over the smoothie and kind of just left it there and actually never cleaned it up. It got really gross. Winter came, it froze, and I just flicked the hard pieces of it out of the car. And that is the extent of how much I cleaned up the green smoothie. And that's, not so much ignoring bad parts of my life, but allowing for the parts that aren't so serious to just fall by the wayside. Letting them be messy has been a practice of mine, especially when I'm trying to do big, important work in the world and big, important work in my life. So this is what I do. Because I am a very type A personality. I'm very left-brained. I love writing lists, but I'm a reformed to-do list maker. But I still love taking account of the things that are causing me stress in my head. So one of my favorite mantras that I use every night when I write down, when I journal, is out of my head and onto paper. And what that allows me to do is release whatever is spinning around in my head and release it onto paper. Another practice or an idea that I invite into this is a message that my life coach gave me. She told me that we are so busy trying to be good that we don't allow ourselves to be human. And we have to focus on allowing ourselves to be human. And what humans are inherently imperfect. So we have great parts, we have not so great parts, we have happy parts, we have sad parts, we have kind parts, we have mean parts, we have messy parts, we have gross parts, and that's all okay. So I'm embracing the and here and saying that I can be working on myself and moving towards a place of happiness and wholeness and completeness and bliss and still have messy parts of me. And that's human. So what I would say about the car and combining it with list making and combining it with the and the idea of being human instead of being perfect. I take a column for what I'm allowing to be messy, as long as it's not hurting myself or others, as long as it's not unhealthy or traumatizing, right? And a messy car is none of those things. I put that in a column, what I'm allowing to be messy, and I put green smoothie covered car. And then I have a column of all the good I'm doing for me. And that's where I put therapy once a week, which is where I'm heading right after I finish this live broadcast. I'm going to my weekly therapy session, which I just started a couple months ago, and I'm so proud of myself. I take vitamins every day. I meditate every morning. I journal and reach out to my accountability partner when I need help. I show up on time for all of my appointments. All the things that I'm doing healthy for me. Tonight, I'm going to a book signing for one of my favorite books that I've read recently, What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Blacker by Damon Young. Check it out. It's amazing. But I'm going to a book signing in Philly, and that is nourishing for me. So I write down all the things that I'm doing good for me, all the ways that I am injecting healthy practices into my life, all the ways that I'm nourishing myself, that I'm seeking happiness, and then what I'm allowing to be messy. My car, my laundry. That's a lie, actually. I'm always caught off on my laundry. That's something that I actually love to do. But places that I'm allowing to be messy. My dusty living room. I'm allowing myself not to dust constantly. I'm allowing the kids to take on more chores so that they're not done perfectly, but it doesn't have to be my job. Like, I'm allowing my, dishes not to be put away in the cabinets perfectly because the kids are doing it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I know that mine are like really silly, but give yourself a break. And that's what all of this is really about. Is that if you allow yourself to be human instead of being perfect, if you are like me, if you are type A and you're a list maker and you really need to see evidence, then write the list of what you're going to allow, like what you are going to declare. This is what I'm allowing to be messy. I'm going to allow myself to exhale in this area and let go of these things that aren't so important, that don't really contribute to my nourishment, but also don't really hurt me if they're undone. And then focus on the things that really do bring you nourishment, that really do encourage you to take care of yourself, that really do motivate you, that do light you up, that make you feel happy, simply like that just bring you joy. And again, in my column, therapy once a week, meditate every day, journal, take my vitamins, go to events that make me feel good, have lunch with girlfriends, watch Game of Thrones, whatever. And then my car is not that important. It isn't that serious. And if that thing is really bothering you, if that thing has been bothering you and you just can't let it go, ask for help in getting it done. Move it over into the thing that you're going to dedicate just a little bit of time on every day or once a week to taking care of. Take small steps, but then also congratulate yourself and take account of that by putting it in that column, by writing it down and saying, this is something that I'm doing good for me. I am going to clean a shoebox full of stuff out of my car every day or once a week, every Sunday until it's done. But acknowledge the progress that you're making too. It's important to celebrate the little wins. It's important to celebrate the ways that you are succeeding in your life and the things that you are doing for yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to get exhausted and feel like you're never there. Don't just celebrate when you're done, celebrate along the way. I am not celebrating therapy because I'm all better. I'm celebrating that I'm going to get better or to just manage my life. And that's all I have for you today, folks, because I do have to go. I'm still in my pajamas and I actually have to, this is lip gloss over a dirty face. So I got to go wash my face. I got to get cleaned up. I got to go see my therapist. I have to upload this video to YouTube for you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I say that 3 times to really let it sink in. I just don't let it fly. It's to affirm it and make it solid. So I love you. I love you. I love you. I thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Please share this video. Please like this video. Please leave your comments, leave your questions, leave your requests. I answer every single one because I do appreciate the time that you take to be here with me, and just give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Give yourself grace. Extend grace to yourself so that you may have room and air to breathe and to thrive. You need space to breathe and you need breath to thrive. All right, I love you.